Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Oh, they have a new little colorful live button up here at the top. Maybe that's to remind people in case they go live and don't realize it. I could see myself doing that easily. Hi, Vicki. How are you? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Mary. Hi, Barbara. So, how is everyone? I feel like I haven't done this in ages, and I know it was just last Wednesday. Time's just been a little crazy. I finished up my show at Rehoboth, and so many of you, my online friends that I've never met. Good morning, Carol Ann, came to see me, and it was wonderful. Good morning, Ellen. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Gail. So anyway, let's get started here. I'll turn this around. Now I have a little cord up here. I was working on my big painting that's behind me yesterday. And this morning I couldn't find my iPad. I looked all over the house, and here it was propped up on the shelf because I was working on the big painting and looking at the reference. So I hadn't covered it or plugged it in, so it was dead. So it's at 19%, but I want to keep it plugged in there for a little bit. So I've been on a roll of painting birds because I've sold so many bird paintings that I don't have enough for Rittenhouse. So I've been working on my collection. So I had a great show. I sold 3 of my large paintings, which was really fun. They went to loving homes. It's always the best I love knowing where my paintings land. Hi, Christina. How are you? So let me get started here. So I don't know. I think I've painted this bird before, but I'm not sure. I think it might be a cat bird. But I want to make it really colorful for as black and white as it is. Thanks, Allie. Oh, and I also got a note this morning from my retreat in France, and I think I have like 5 or 6 people signed up so far. So if anybody's thinking about doing it, if anyone has any questions, let me know. But I'm teaching a workshop in France next June, the 20th to the 29th, and it's going to be fabulous. Okay, I'm going crazy here. I'm making this pink. I want to make this, I keep trying to push my window of painting things not really the color that they are, or at least adding unexpected fun into them. Makes it more fun for me. Thanks, Christina. So yeah, it's been busy, and now my daughter's getting married on Friday, so that's my next fun thing to do. So I've got it.
One moment.
Oh, Siri thinks I'm talking to her.
Still on it?
I'm trying not to...
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Please try again.
I don't know why Siri's talking to me. So what's new with everyone? Hi, Irma. How are you? It threw me off listening to Siri talk. So what is new? Hope everyone's doing well. I honestly had so many great connections, met a lot of people that they're online friends at the show, so that was really nice. And I had a wonderful couple that let us stay in their guest house, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And like, how thoughtful is that? Because where the show was in Rehoboth, it's hard to find places to stay because it's super expensive. Didn't used to be, but it's gotten very, very pricey, and it's hard. Even if it wasn't expensive, it's still hard to find places to stay. Just crazy. Ellen says, just got back from Aunt Ellen's 100th birthday celebration. That looked wonderful, Ellen. Oh my gosh, what an accomplishment to live that long. How's she doing? Is she doing well? I only want to live that long if I'm healthy and happy at that point. It's not for the weak of heart, as I know. Having my coffee. Yes, that is such a cool accomplishment. 100 years old. Do they still do that thing like on the Today Show where they announce, what was it? Was it with the jelly? That they used to always say, announce people who lived that long. I don't know if they still do that or not. Bonnie, oh good. So Bonnie Boyle Bishop, I met her at the art show and she bought my hydrangea painting, which I love. She said, everyone loves your painting. I'm still at the beach. Can't hardly wait to get home to hang it. Oh, that's so fun. And I'm glad you're still enjoying the beach. It got so much cooler. The first weekend that I was there, it was horribly hot. Like, I don't know, in the high 90s, I think. And then the second weekend, it was like completely different weather. It was like, what was it, in the low 80s. It was beautiful. And it's such a great venue, where the Rehoboth Art Show is at the Art League. It's beautiful there. I'm so glad you like it, Bonnie. She's still bright and loving to go out to dinner. Oh, good. I don't think I'll ever lose my love for going out to dinner. That's what we're taking Izzy out, I think, tonight for her kind of farewell, because she's going back to college. So I'm getting married on Friday, and then Isabel's going back to college on Saturday. So it's going to be a crazy busy weekend. Oh, rose and blue colors. So this bright blue is manganese blue hue, and I was using a little bit of permanent rose and magenta in that background. Yeah, Bonnie, it was great meeting you. And Bonnie actually has a beach house with her family that's like right near the art show, like a block away. How nice is that? Nose. I want to wipe out where that nose is. Thanks. Let me just using a paper towel to wipe out in here a little bit. And you might ask why. I have no idea. Sometimes I just do things because I intuitively think I should. Yeah, that looks good. He already looks pretty fun, doesn't he? Okay, now I'm going to do my pigment sticks. I have them right here in front of me. It really made that kind of area look really soft and watercolory, didn't it? So anything new with you guys? Where's everybody tuning in from? Trying to think what else I have going on. So I have Rittenhouse show coming up in a couple of weeks. In Philadelphia. That's the second weekend, I think, in September. But, hi, Mary Eileen. I also have, I'm going to be in Arlington? No. That's where my niece lives. I'm going to be in Alexandria, Virginia. I think it's is it next week? No, a week after that on Thursday and Friday. I'm going to do a live demo at a gallery called Nepenthe Gallery. All the information's on my website. If anybody lives in that area, come see me. Bonjour, Argentina. Oh my gosh, what time is it in Argentina? Cheese is at Art One says my first day of school is today. Yeah, I guess school is starting up. So my husband retired. So this is like the first year that he's not heading back to school. It's crazy. which does kind of take a little bit of pressure off. I love all those colors. They're fun. Ever Argentina. Oh, these are called RNF pigment sticks. So that's what they look like. They're actually oil paint in stick form. And I use them kind of just as to add in fun little unexpected pops of color in my paintings. They're a lot of fun. So I have them all in a little, not all, I have a few in a little container that I got at Target. And look how messy. They're very messy. Well, all oil paint is messy. It's part of the fun. And one more color. Is that gold green in the background? Yes, it is Irma. Good call. It is gold green. I just emptied my tube. I've got to shop for art supplies today. Something I never mind doing. It's crazy how quickly you run out of them, right? That is green gold. Okay. I'm going to put these to the side and clean off my palette. Are you painting in acrylic or oils? It's oil paint. Oh, and if you're in my Inspiring Art group, we're going to do florals in acrylics today at 11. And I'm going to be working in my sketchbook. So if anyone wants to kind of paint along, that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so now I'm going to mix colors. Good morning, Em. I see you sent me table runner sizes. I'll try to work on that today. All right, that's a little crooked. Let me pull this over more so it's more straight. And I just won't mix over here. That's my light reflecting. Okay. So I think I'm mostly going to mix up gray, light and dark gray, maybe a little warm and cool of gray, and then put that over these bright colors and see what happens. So I do have gray out here, but sometimes I think when you mix your own gray, which is kind of a mixture of all colors, it ends up with more depth, kind of more personality. So let's do that because we have time. It's only 8:12. Blue, purple, a little bit of red. Should put some yellow in there. Let's see what we get. And then start heading toward gray. So you just kind of have to throw those colors in there because you're just going to get a muddy mess. Whoops, all my paintbrushes are rolling into me here. I need one of those paintbrush things to prop. Switch to red. Put yellow in there and blue. Still very brown. So what could we do to make that more gray, less brown? I would say since it looks brown, it might have too much red. I'm going to just add more blue to it. Maybe some purple. Will that make it go toward brown? I'm not sure. Well, that might be a little more gray. All right, I'm going to add some white in there and see what it looks like. Sometimes you can't tell a color until you lighten it a little bit. You can tell this is something I haven't practiced. It's definitely looking brown. Let me get more blue. Maybe a little cobalt blue out here. Whoops. I'm putting the lid back on. Sometimes I'm doing things here and you don't know what I'm working on, but sometimes my lids get wonky and they won't go on straight. It drives me a little crazy. I don't know. That's a weird color, but it's pretty, isn't it? I like that color. I'm going to add a little magenta in there. Now Now it's definitely turning cooler, isn't it? It's definitely looking more gray and less brown. It's really pretty. It's a good way to learn to mix colors is to, you know, just kind of go in there and mix things up and see what happens. But that's pretty close to exactly that dark gray in there. So I'll just pull a little bit of that out, and I'm going to add a little bit of this, I always forget, violet gray into it. Probably wasn't enough. That's pretty. All right, now a little more down here, and I'm going to add, I'll cool it down even more. I'm going to add some of this this blue that I love that I can't think of the name of it right now. The Vasari Video Blue Extra Pale. And yes, look at that nice light dark, or light dark, that's not a thing. That really looks good. I just picked up the violet gray. I have to try it. Oh, Allie, you'll love it. I love that color. Oh, that's a wonderful little bunch of blues. So, I mean grays. I think I'm going to pull them over here and make them just a little warmer. So maybe I'll put a little brown in there. That was a lot of brown, wasn't it? No, I got to fix that. It's too much brown. All right, I'm just going to add black into that. I don't like how that looks. It's definitely warmer, but it would take me forever to make that dark. There, that's fine. I'll pull a little bit down. A little bit of this and add some warm white to it. I just want to have like a warmer gray because these are all very cool. Kind of in the same tone. That's nice, and that'll make this a little warmer. Put the warm white into it. Now that still looks very, I might need a lighter. No, that's good. Yeah, that's nice. So let's see. That's a very, very simple palette, but it'll be fun to put it over these colors and let the colors pop through. So let's see how this goes. It's kind of an experiment, if you don't mind. All right, get this back up here and situated. So what's new? What's everybody having? Hi, Susie from Ohio. How are you? Coffee or tea? I need a little bit of my coffee. All right. Oh, I forgot that my paintbrush was dirty and I just touched it. Yay. Okay. Paris tea. Ellen, what's that? That certainly sounds like fun. I don't know what that is. Are you keeping the background yellow? Well, Carol Ann, you know me. I don't know. I forgot to even mix a background color. Is that what you're telling me? I totally forgot. Oh, Bonnie, it's I sent out an email. It should come to you this morning, and I sent one out yesterday afternoon. If you don't get it, just message me later, and I will let you know. I think my emails don't get where they're supposed to half the time. I need to mix up a background color. Let's do that. I think I like the green back there. So let's do that. Here, let me pull this back down. So I think I'll do a little bit of this and some of that gray, whatever it is, green. Now, I don't want it too bright. I want it neutral enough because oops, I'm sorry. Emily said, Brenda's worried you're going to run out of paint and you won't be able to make the same color. Well, that's a good lesson. It's best to mix plenty. So, that's a good worry, Brandon. And it does happen. But I am pretty good at getting close to the color again. That's funny. Yes, mix plenty of paint. Don't be stingy with your oil paints. I have that trouble with great big paintings, but it's amazing how little paint you need for a small painting. You really don't need a lot of paint. A little bit goes a long way. Although I am so completely itching to do like one of those paintings where you impasto, where it's really thick. That's going to be happening in the near future. I like that. I'm going to keep that and add a little bit more of this in here. Yeah, Brandon, I could probably maybe do 2 paintings with this amount of paint. Okay, that's good. Ellen says, Harney & Sons Paris tea is a blend of black teas with vanilla fruit and citrus. Yum. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Annie is in Colombia, Barranquilla. Is that right? Barranquilla? What a pretty word. I've never heard of it. There's so many places that I have never been or heard of. But there's always chance, right? Yeah, so if anybody wants more information on the trip to France, let me know. All right, where was I? Okay, let me go back here. I'm going to get this dark part under the wing. And I just have to put down intentional brush strokes and try really hard not to cover up all the fun colors that are underneath there. Yeah, that tea does sound amazing. Tabernash, Colorado here. Oh, how fun, Katrina. Hi, Carol. How are you? Oh, and Carol Ann, I did see your email. You had an idea of a fun place for a retreat, and I actually didn't even read it yet because I didn't have time to focus on it, and I was sort of saving it and keeping it unread so that I don't forget to read it. Thinking that everything will get a little more calmed down pretty soon. Some of those dark. It's fun, right? I really like how it looks. All right, let me work on the eyes a little bit. I always like to get them a little under control because it really helps me see where I'm headed with the painting because their personality is all in their eyes. And it really takes very little to get them like to pop. Caroline says, it looks like a really cool place to hold one. Yes. And that would be a fun place to go too. Where was it? In upstate New York? I didn't read it because I didn't want to lose it. I get stuff like I am always worried I'm going to lose someone's correspondence and then I can't find it again. So I have a lot of unread stuff. Let me get a little kind of light blue down in here. Holding my breath, sorry. Always hold my breath when I'm working in real fine detail like that. Upstate New York would be fun. All right, let's figure that out. So I do need another workshop. Okay, that's good. I think I'm going to let that go for now. Go back in. Let's do a little bit of this fun background green. So now that all the bones of the painting are in there, the rest of it kind of will come together pretty quickly. I said, hi from Atlanta, everyone, anyone from this area here. We moved from Minnesota and I'm looking to connect with other artists in Georgia. It's a good place to ask. Yeah, having artist friends is really wonderful, isn't it? Okay. This kind of goes in above his eye right there and then out. Makes his forehead look awfully tall. Maybe I'll make it a little shorter like that. So I mixed up 2 greens, so I want to add the other ones in kind of loosely. I wonder if it's too dark. I don't think so. Yeah, the green's nice. It's a neutral, so I wanted it to look green, like noticeably that it's green, but I also, I think a little something there, like a little piece of paint. Probably a piece of pigment stick. That happens sometimes. Just add a little of this in here. Sometimes I add a little bit of whatever background color I have into my subject, because really when you look at things, whatever color or tone the room is, the thing you're looking at has that color in it also. Oh, moving is so stressful. I can't even imagine. I really haven't ever done that. I guess I did move once, but it was 30 years ago. I find it hard moving my stuff to an art show, let alone moving in real life. All right. There's some darks under here, so let me get a few of these. Yeah, they are fun colors, Allie, aren't they? It's fun to just put in such a simple painting with simple palette and trying to let the color show through from underneath. I need to think about his little beak, where it is. So I think I'll do that. I think I'm going to have to use a smaller brush to get in a little bit of that. To think of a name, I need to name all these birds. What should the personality traits be? You'll give me good ideas and then I won't be able to. I don't think I can read your comments. I don't know if when I have this on YouTube, I never even have watched one back to see. So I always post these all on my YouTube channel. I never look to see if the comments actually stay in the feed or not. Interesting birds. They're so fun, right? Love the left eye. Yeah, I have to get a little lighter. I'm going to use a smaller brush here for a little bit. I need to feel a little more confident with the eyes before I move forward. Whenever I start to feel a little bit like I'm not confident with something, then I go in and work on that area that scares me. And then it makes the rest of the painting flow better, I've found. So I definitely do it and think, oh, that's never going to work. Good morning, Dawn. do a lot of wildlife and bird photography, but I think I'd like to start painting them too. Well, my gosh, and you'd be so lucky because you have all the reference. Like, the hardest thing for me is to find the people who will share their images, because I don't have time to go take photos of birds, nor do I have the correct kind of camera or anything either. But yes, that would be great for you to learn to do that. And they really are fun to paint. Let me get my little brush and do that. That beak here. It's kind of a wonky shape. Let me get more of the dark. A little bit of light, right? All right. Right in here, because his little mouth is open. Just a little lighter. Sorry, I'm holding my directing a song-filled day. I love that. Gives that feel. I think that's getting there. I think this needs to go a little lighter. I'm just kind of moving that around a little bit. And then I need a medium gray in here. So it looks like it's, yeah, it is. It looks like it's coming forward now. Definitely better. And I love all those little colors in there. I don't want to mess too much of that up. So let me get a bigger brush. I'm going to get too precious with the tiny brush. Never want that. Then it loses its spontaneity. Said, do you allow artists to use your photos for academic purposes or for painting purposes? Thank you. What shall we name him? Do you think it's a guy? I think it's a guy. What do you think? Boy or a girl? Is it a catbird? I'm totally not sure. All right, I need this lighter. I always struggle painting birds. That probably means I should paint more. Allie, I think you do paint a lot, and I think you're doing fabulously. Yeah, just keep painting. I always say I kind of go one step forward and two steps back. Like, I'll feel like, oh, I made progress on that painting. I like how it turned out. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I do one that I'm not happy with. But it's ever evolving. With those colors, oh, I love them. I love how those colors are showing through right there. It's like right under his. It's a little too dominant. Yeah, the colors are so pretty, aren't they? Oh, wait, there's a little piece of sometimes those pigment sticks go on there a little thick, and then there'll be a piece of it. I don't mind it that much if it's on a big painting, but like in here, I needed to work that out a little bit, ever so gently. There should be darker to his eye. I guess it's a he because I keep saying that he is. Okay. Name him Charlie. I like that, Emily. Charlie it is. And tell Brandon I have plenty of paint left. That's Emily's my daughter. For anyone who probably doesn't know me. Yeah, MX Smith is my daughter, and Brandon is going to be her husband on Friday. Oh, my canvas is 6 by 8. It's like one of my favorite sizes to paint. It's easy to finish it in one sitting. I think that's what I like about it. I've gotten so used to doing a small painting every day that I actually miss it when I don't do it. Life gets too busy. There, that's better. Okay, where else do I need light colors? Let me get my biggest brush back out. Lighter colors here. Keep it soft looking. It really doesn't take much to suggest feathers there too. Oh, thanks, Magenta Moon. Charlie is looking great. So and Brandon were just here last night. We had corn pie for dinner. We always do that once a corn season. And it was so good, and it's one of her favorites. So they drove here to have corn pie with us. Excuse me. All right, it's getting close, I think. Charlie's looking good. So I'm just trying to leave those wispy feathers kind of, almost look crosshatch-ish. It's a little darker down here. Thanks, Johnny Yonkers. Thanks, Color Splash on Canvas. That's a fun name. And I don't want to add so much that I don't see those colors. So I have to kind of look at his eyes. I could use a little. It's really the lightest on this side. A little light here. Does his head look round enough? This needs a little softness up here. And I always say I'm finished when I feel like I'm not making it any better. So I'm stepping back here and thinking about if there's anything I'm missing. I do think this needs to be a little darker right in here. Set that nose off a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a hard edge there on his nose again. I think I lost that. Oh, corn pie. Oh, corn pie is really just corn and eggs and milk in a pie crust. And you bake it in the oven. It's so good. It's like comfort food. I love corn, tomato, and peach season. I think the most of all the food seasons. I think that's good. I don't know that I'm improving anything, so maybe I need to stop right there. Maybe just a little bit here at his eye. Charlie's eye. Pull this up around and then I'm going to stop, I think. Oh. See, I took it too far. Now it's getting a little... You can add chicken or crab, too, into the corn pie. Yes, we didn't do crab this year, but we did add chicken. Or bacon would be good in it. No, wait. I don't know. I think I'm overworking it here. No, wait, let me just do one more little thing. There, and I think that needed that definition. Okay. I think this is good, so I'm going to sign it. Where's my little signature? And then I'll show it to you. Okay. Whoops. So there's my reference. And there's Charlie. And there's my very simple palette. And I do have this one. I'm getting close to being out of paint, but I still have nice little piles mostly of everything else. So 8:42, my gosh. That went quick, didn't it? So make sure I didn't... Oh, perfect joined. Oh, some people still joined. Thanks, Ellen. Thanks, Allie. So thanks for coming. I will upload this. It'll be on my YouTube channel. Thanks, Rosemary. It'll be up on my YouTube channel probably, hopefully this morning. And yeah, be sure to go over there and subscribe and like my video if you like my videos. And thanks. And Mary Eileen, I know I still need to call you and ask you some questions. Hermoso de Argentina. So thanks for coming, everyone. It was fun. I hope you have an amazing day. Yes, thanks, Gabby. And we'll do it again next week. Thank you. Bye, guys.